We are happy to welcome you all for this Arsha Vidya Bala Gurukulam retreat. And it's very happy to see, all the parents and the kids over here, and think many more to join you either later tonight or for tomorrow. So I've been given the job of quickly running through the orientation for the people who are new. It may be some of the information may be definitely new. And people who are here regular for either for the other Vedanta courses or last year who have participated, some of those information may be kind of a repetition. So with that, I'll start today. We are right now at 8 o'clock at the orientation. So I'll take at least 5 or 10 minutes maximum. And if any questions are there, I can answer the general questions. And after that, Swami Sachidananda will join us soon. And he will be giving a small talk, as well as if any questions in general on Vedanta and all those topics, he can take and answer as well. So with that, we have 2 schedules actually in the booklet. Hopefully everyone, you have received the booklet in the office when you checked in. If not, I have brought very few copies just to have it as an emergency, but we have more copies in the office. So after the orientation and Satsang, you can come to the office and collect it. So there we have 2 schedules, one for the adults and another one for the youth program. And the youth program, again, it is divided into 3 parts as well. So I'll quickly run through it. I won't be reading all the details, which you can go through on your own time, but only the highlights probably I will give. So, as you all know, this building is called Dayananda Vijnana Bhavan, so on Puja Swamiji's name. And we also call this as the main lecture hall. Some people still call this as an auditorium, which we try to avoid all the time. So, either it's a new main lecture hall or the Dayananda Vijnana Bhavan is the place for this place. So, all the adult program mainly will happen here. The classes taken by Swamiji, and then also we are going to have the kids presentation will be run here, which is being done by all the kids from all the grades, which is getting stitched together as one video to play it here for Swamiji and for all the parents and kids to watch. And the other one, the Saturday, after the kids are divided into groups and they go through some of the classes here, and they will generally present over here as well in this main lecture hall. Apart from that, the kids will have different classrooms, which is also mentioned in that group-wise. I think they have divided into 3 groups. We'll come to that. And each group will have different activities starting tomorrow morning. So in general, the early morning for the early risers to have any coffee, tea and stuffs like that, this building will also be open by around 6 o'clock. Or in the temple, we have a coffee dispenser, hot water dispenser with tea and all those things. So for the people who are very early. And also if anyone is interested in attending the puja, we have around 5:15 in the morning, Lago Ganapati Homa in the Homa building just opposite to the temple, which is 5:15 to 5:30. And then 10 minutes gap, 5:40, we will have Rudrabhishekam to Lord Dakshinamurti. This is an everyday event, whether rain or shine. So it will happen tomorrow as well, and Saturday and Sunday. So if you are interested, you can attend that as well. The session, the puja, rather the Rudrabhishekam and the puja will go till 6:40, 6:45 around. Because 7 o'clock, we have a class over there. For the adults, there's an in-depth Vedanta course is going on at for 3-month course. So that class will start at sharp at 7. So the puja will be done before that. And also Swamiji will start your guided meditation session here at 7 o'clock. So you'll have 5-10 minutes to walk over here and have a coffee and or a hot water or a tea and to attend that. So that's the early morning one. So 7 o'clock, the guided meditation by Swamiji will start for all the AVBG group adults mainly. And then you have the next, the first session by Swamiji at 9 o'clock. So the topic would be Essence and Essentials of Hinduism or Hindu Sanatana Dharma. And then we have a gap, almost hour and 15 minutes. And then the second topic is how to address the challenges faced by Hindu parents and kids in the USA. So Swamiji will be walking through that, or you may keep it as a discussion, I'm not sure. And then afternoon Arati at the temple is 12 o'clock. Just a simple quick Arati will be there 12 to 12:15, and Naivedyam will be happening over there. And then around 12:30, actually we have printed 12:15, but 12:30 the lunch hall will be open. Again, all the breakfast, lunch and dinner will be served in the main dining hall over here. So the breakfast will be ready around 6:37. But generally after the meditation only we will open the dining hall, so you can keep it at 7:30, 7:45. The breakfast will be ready. So you can have the breakfast and then you have the time before you come to the next session actually on every day. And then we have planned to play Swami Puja Swamiji, Dayananda Saraswati Ji's video, which he has given a class many years ago, that has been chosen to be played for the parents who are level above 8, actually, level 8 and above. So it's for the bigger kids or the parents who have the, kids in that age group. And then we have given a time like 3:30 to 4:30 for the tea, coffee and hot water. As I said, we have the coffee machine and water. It's available all through. So only the Indian chai will be ready during that time. Otherwise, you have the other things available all the time. And then at 4:30, Swamiji will be taking introduction to Vedanta through Bhagavad Gita. So he will be handling, introduction to Vedanta for the people who are first timers or who didn't have time to go through any Vedanta course in the past. Also for the people who are well versed in Vedanta courses. And then after the dinner will be again, we have an evening puja arati at the Dakshinamurti temple at 6:15. That will go around half an hour or so. And then afterwards you can come to dinner in the dining hall. And then we have 8 to 9 o'clock, 8 p.m. to 9 p.m. we have Satsang with Swamiji. Basically Satsang is the question answer time. So during all these sessions, we don't encourage or we don't have disrupting the flow or asking questions or making comments at the time. If you have any questions, you can note it down. We have here pen or pencil and with a small card to write. The questions can be either anonymous or if you want to put your name, you can put. Swamijis will take any questions coming through on that day and try to answer within that 1 hour period. So that can happen. And suppose if people have suddenly any extemporary questions, we also give sometimes the mic to ask questions, and that can be addressed too. So that is in general, tomorrow, Friday's thing I went through. If you look at the schedule printed here, Saturday also similar schedule you have, and the topics remain same, where Swamiji will walk you through the same topics and concluding that. And you can see on tomorrow afternoon, we have the Swamiji's video running, and then on Saturday, we have the video presentation at 2 o'clock by all the kids, whichever is collected by the teachers, which is getting into one flow, and that will be played between 2 and 4, and that will be played here. So I think the kids also will join at that time here based on the schedule. And then in the evening, we have the youth learning presentation here, which will be done over there. And Sunday morning, temple schedule, everything. The temple schedule, I didn't go through the Homa, everything remained same all the day. And guided meditation at 7 o'clock. And then the 9 o'clock session on Sunday would be Essence and Essentials of Hinduism. The same topic continues. But on 11:15, Swamiji has changed it to Vedantic Insights for Day-to-Day Life. So you can go through that, and Swamiji has given some guideline of what he is going to, take through on these 3 days. So which is there. There is a prayer to start off the sessions. We normally have the prayer, which many of you may be well versed or know about it, or some of you may be new to that, where Swamiji can, help you to chant that. And then at the end of the class, there is a sloka as well. And then he has a few pages of material which he will be taking you through as a class for all these 3 days. So with that, that is the main details for the adult course. And then coming to the youth, as I said, the youth is divided into 3 groups, level 1 to 4, 5 to 7, and 8 to 10. And each have tasks actually. Meaning the morning breakfast, they will be with you and they can have breakfast together with you. And after that, they will just assemble here, and then I think they will move to yoga studio for the yoga, that group. At the same time, there will be a chanting class in the Pampa, and then there's another chanting class in the temple classroom. And then for the group 3, there is a lecture on emotional maturity by Dr. Vandana Ramaluji. That is on all the 3 days between 10:30 and 11:20. So that is for the group 3. The other groups will still have chanting class or yoga class, and then the values class as well. Values of value, I think the teachers would have decided which one to handle it. So they will be taking the youth through that. And they also have, generally during the family camps, we do have children's program, which we are trying to mimic that here as well, wherein they also have very nice break times and snack time, which the adults don't have. So they will be treated to very nice snacks during the afternoon when adults are having a coffee, tea or whatever. And then they also have time, if it is not raining, they can go out and play in the field over here. So all that is being generally organized. And then generally the youth and the kids are expected to attend the temple program so that they get into our heritage and they can understand what is going on there. And then end of the day activity and all those details the teachers will provide tomorrow when they meet with each of the individual group. And the video presentation and the youth learning presentation is incorporated in their schedule as well, so that it won't get missed out. And for the kids who are new, tomorrow when you are here, we will have the maps which we have for you to know where is Tunga, where is Pampa, where is the temple classroom. The temple classroom is just next to the temple, on the opposite to the temple. If you see, there is a door going into the temple and there is another door that is called temple classroom, which sometimes we call there is a old dining hall. People refer to that. And Tunga and Pampa are on the other side, on this side of the, if you go from this side actually. But you can see in the map and it will be easy to find also. It's not very difficult. The campus is very secured from that perspective. So nothing to worry, or we didn't have any issues so far. With that, I have a very general information about when you are in the hall, we have exits all around, which is clearly marked. And this room is sort of very high-tech in every sense. So our temperature is controlled by the software programming and all those. So sometimes there may be some glitches here and there. So if you have any issues, you can inform one of us, whoever is going to be in the audio-video control room, so they can manage the temperatures if there is any issue with that. Apart from that, Swamiji has requested all the adults program here, which is going to teach, and other programs to go live on YouTube. So that is also been done. So if you go to Arsha Vidya Peetham channel, this whole program will be live. So that the adults program mainly, the kids thing will decide. Generally we do, during the family camp for the children's program, we do the children's presentation also live. Because, most of the parents love it, and they also send it to their grandparents across the world, and people would love to watch their grandkids performing on the stage. So with that, I think I didn't miss out anything. If you have any questions, I can quickly take. Otherwise, we'll wait for Swamiji. We have a few more minutes for Swamiji to come. Okay, one another general thing. We, as far as the staying rooms are concerned, we have air conditioning and we have heating and everything over there. But sometimes again, there may be some glitches here and there because some of the rooms may be having bit older equipments, and if any issues you can just inform us and we'll try to address to that. We have maintenance team in-house who can try to address, other than the very odd late evenings and stuffs like that. Other than that, we'll take care of everything. And here the food is served is all Sattvic food. But if you have any nut allergies or something, please the kitchen staff know, and you also be aware. Our food, we cannot avoid any sort of nuts. So that's why they have put a alert there There may be nuts in it, or there may be, processed in the place where we have nuts, all sorts of nuts. So Indian vegetarian food without nuts, I don't know, I cannot think of. So we do have all of those. So if your kids or you have any allergies, please watch out for that, or let us know, whatever is the thing. So I think with that, Swamiji is here, and because Swamiji to take over. And thank you very much. And anytime you can reach us in office, or our contacts are given for any clarifications. So we'll be happy to help you. Thank you. Namaste.
Hari Om. Thank you for the orientation. Of course, our General Manager Karthik Ji and his team will be available in the office during the working hours. You're welcome to contact them for anything that you may need. Let us start with a couple of bhajans. I would request all of you to come forward. Don't be backbenchers. At the end of it, I will distribute them. Hari Om. You may chant after me. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. Dinner was good and sufficient, I suppose. Shri Ram Jaya Ram Jaya Jaya Ram. 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 Hari Om. Let us begin with a prayer. Join me with closed eyes in chanting Asatoma Sadgamaya. And you may check if your mobile phones are in silent mode again. Take a moment to close your eyes. Center yourself through the breath Let us chant the prayer. Om Asato Ma Sadgamaya Tamaso Ma Jyotirgamaya Mrityorma Amritangamaya. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Slowly and gently, you may open the eyes. A warm welcome to all of you to Arsha Vidya Gurukulam, Salisbury, Pennsylvania, and to this beautiful retreat that we have put together for Arsha Vidya Bala Gurukulam, not just for the kids attending, for the teachers and parents who are all part of the Arsha Vidya Bala Gurukulam family. A quick survey, how many of you are coming here for the first time? You may please raise your hands. Okay. So most of you are familiar with the ashram, and for our friends who are coming here for the first time, you may guide and help them in figuring out the venue and classrooms for the kids, etc. And kids will take care of themselves in this beautiful environment. Ashrama, usually we refer to as ashram for this Gurukulam, and also synonymously we call it by the name Gurukula. Guru, all of you know what Guru is. Kula is family. So the extended family of the Guru. Guru is a sannyasi, doesn't have family. So what constitutes Guru's family, extended family? Any seeker, anybody who wants to learn, anybody who wants to take time to transform oneself, anybody who wants to discover peace and joy is part of this Gurukulam. On set, I offer my pranams to Pujya Swami Dayananda Saraswati Ji, our revered Guru, Sri Swami Viditatmananda Ji, our president of the Gurukulam, and also to Sri Swami Tattvavidananda Ji. This Gurukulam was envisioned by Pujya Swamiji and his disciples. They came upon requests to look at many places across the US. One of the locations suggested was California. But then some of his disciples, when they were driving through Poconos, they spotted this particular place, and initially a small patch of land was marked for Arsha Vidya Gurukulam. Later over years, this Gurukulam, the community constituting of the students, teachers, disciples of Sri Swami Dayananda Saraswati Ji, Pujya Swami Ji, extended, and also our land extended, and this beautiful infrastructure came into existence. The core vision of our Gurukulam is to impart the vision of Vedanta contained in the texts like Upanishads, Bhagavad Gita, Brahma Sutras to one and all. If you have observed, people usually, the tourists, this is a world in 2025, it's a globally connected world. It's like a global village. Everybody can be in any other part of the world within a matter of few hours, in matter of 2 or 3 flights. This being so, you can observe one phenomenon. You would go to Egypt to look at the pyramids and other artifacts and the civilizational remains in Egypt. You may go to Peru probably to select the best coffee, those who are interested in coffee. You may go to Cambodia to look at some of the ancient monasteries and also the temples over there. You may go to Canada for skiing or some other activities or just to look at the place. But if you observe globally, people again and again visit India not really to just look at the temples, not really to just experience the cuisine, not really just to look around, but there is something extremely compelling which brings people across the world to India, Bharat. What is it? If you observe, people come to learn, in search of knowledge, not really just to see the places, to look for knowledge. Knowledge of what? Knowledge of yoga and the wisdom contained in Bhagavad Gita and our entire Sanatana Dharma tradition for its rich and richest philosophy. It's a very unique way of traveling. People again and again visit to learn something that this ancient land had to offer, has to offer. So this Gurukulam is a place, a sanctuary to enable this learning. The wisdom which is contained in the texts, the wisdom which is there in the land, the wisdom which is there in the living tradition in India is brought here for the purpose of sharing it with the larger context in the United States of America. So Pujya Swamiji, with that vision, established this Gurukulam, and for many years, I think we are heading to 39th anniversary of Arsha Vidya Gurukulam very soon on August 17th. August 17th. So since 39 years, this place has been constantly imparting wisdom. Time and again, people come to learn and they walk out of the Gurukulam after a retreat, after a short stay, after a long stay, after a extended stay of learning with huge smiles, inner peace, joy, and comfort. So that's Arsha Vidya Gurukulam. I introduced the word ashram. Ashram is a place in which you put a lot of effort. What effort you might have been thinking? We have been putting a lot of effort in the world, and now we come to Gurukulam. Swamiji, do you want us to again put effort here? This is a unique effort, an effort that doesn't tire you, an effort that makes you relaxed, an effort to pay some attention to yourself. We pay attention to everything in the world. We pay attention to coffee, we pay attention to food, we pay attention to the house, we pay attention to the car, we pay attention to the news of the world, we pay attention to the politics, we pay attention to entertainment, we pay attention to ice cream, we pay attention to pizza, we pay attention to everything else. One thing is always missing, that the modern life is so busy that you do not get a chance to pay attention to yourself. Adhyatma, or spirituality, is all about paying very deep attention to yourself. Paying attention to the body, paying attention to the mind, paying attention to the ways of the mind, paying attention to the intellect, paying attention to the deepest aspect of you, the self. Ashram enables you to pay attention to yourself. That's the uniqueness of ashram, where a special kind of effort is made. That effort relaxes you at the same time, helps you know yourself. That's what ashram is meant for. So Arsha Vidya Gurukulam, Pujya Swamiji's vision was always to have a happy place, a place of comfort for all of you. For next, Friday, Saturday, and till Sunday afternoon, it's a great luxury. You don't have to do dishes. You don't have to cook. You don't have to meal prep. You don't have to go for groceries. Kids will say, Swamiji, we anyways don't do all that. So, for all the parents, and then kids, there's a small change for all of you. Maybe you are getting up in your own time. Here you will follow a beautiful ashram routine, which is going to be a lot of fun. If you interact with your peers, they'll tell you if they have attended our retreats during Thanksgiving or Christmas or the end of the year retreat, etc. They'll share their experiences with you, that how fun is this program, how fun is this learning. And also kids, pay attention to who is sitting next to you, people who are in the retreat. This is a place where lifelong friendships are formed. So we often hear during our retreats for youngsters and young adults, where kids make friends here and they decide, okay, are you going for the next year's retreat? Okay, I'm going too. Then the kid in New Jersey calls up his or her friend in Philly or his or her friend in California and says, hey, I'm going for the retreat. Are you coming? No, I don't know. My parents have not yet planned. Ask them to plan. I'm coming. You come as well. We will all have fun. So some fun activities are also planned for all of you kids. I assure you it's going to be a fun summer retreat of Arsha Vidya Bala Gurukulam for all of you. With that, I would like to give you all few instructions about tomorrow morning's meditation. So we will assemble here just before 7 a.m. So plan so that you are seated here by 6:55 a.m. So please come take a spot, and if you wish to sit on the floor, there are some meditation chairs, back jacks, so you can use them to sit on the floor also. Do not block the way. So you're welcome to sit here or on the corners. And then we will begin the meditation exactly at 7 a.m. What to expect during meditation? Swamiji, we have never meditated, or I'm not very familiar with meditation. Do not worry. You just come and be seated and the meditation will happen. Meditation will happen. How do you say that, Swamiji? Can you illustrate? Now, breathe. I ask you all to, let us all do breathing. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Did you all breathe? What are you doing now? So you're breathing. Breathing happens. It's not really that you are breathing, isn't it so? Breathing is happening. When I say let's breathe, you are paying attention to the breath. That's all. In order to stop breathing, you have to put an effort. Let me hold the breath for 10 seconds. You have to pay an effort. Let us do it practically. Now stop breathing for 10 counts. Hold your breath. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There was effort involved, isn't it so? There was effort involved in order to stop breathing. Meditation is also a beautiful art. Once you learn, you have to put some effort to stop meditating. Because meditation is a happening. It will be happening. Whether you're sitting, standing, working, cooking, driving, in between your chores studying, there's a silent meditation which goes on just like breathing. That is the ultimate mastery of the art of meditation. In order to reach there, we start somewhere. We must start somewhere. So we will start with tomorrow's morning meditation session. And I also have some guided meditation which is recorded and put on our Arsha Vidya Gurukulam YouTube channel. Those who have not subscribed, go to the YouTube later and subscribe and click the bell icon for our Arsha Vidya Gurukulam's YouTube channel, and you'll be alert about all the series of talks, everything that happens on our premises. With that, I'll conclude talking about few things about the retreat and way it is structured. Do you have any particular question to ask today? If so, you may raise your hand, mic will come to you, and you may ask anything that you wish to ask. Anybody? No questions as yet. Swamiji, what is the breakfast menu tomorrow? No, I won't answer that question. Okay. So tomorrow morning's topic will be essence and essentials of Hinduism or Hindu Sanatana Dharma. See, what happens in life is something you're born with, something that is with you, seems way too familiar, and you get a feeling that I know. So the moment you hear the word called Hinduism, what comes to an adult's mind immediately? I know. I know it. What is this topic? I know it already. I know it. So there's a need to relook. There's a need to see where I stand with reference to my understanding of my own religion, of my own culture, of my own tradition. Very important. You know, if you're a medical professional, a doctor, or even you may be in any profession. In fact, certain professions have a mandatory requirement for you to keep on upgrading your knowledge. Keep on retuning yourself to the technology or the advances in that particular field. So a new technology comes, everybody has to undergo retraining or training modules in order to become familiar with that process or the technology. Artificial intelligence came. AI, we are in the age of AI. So everybody had to adapt, and people who did not know how to use this technology had to relearn and integrate it in their workspaces or however it is applicable to in their professions or student lives. Similarly, doesn't it make sense that I keep on upgrading and updating myself of the knowledge about my own tradition, my own religion, as even the time is progressing? It makes perfect sense to always learn and relearn things that I may be familiar with as well. And another mistake we often do is that we think when it comes to religion, we think it's a frozen entity. Religion is a frozen thing. We often have that approach. Once you learn the boundaries and what is the content of it, that's it. I have nothing else to learn or nothing else to know. This is how it is. That's how usually the adults approach the religion, whereas the younger kids are not really approaching it They are properly approaching it, knowing that the dharma, the religion, on the surface level is constantly changing, So the dharma, Hindu Sanatana dharma, is not compared to that of a mountain. A mountain is a fixed entity, isn't it so? The dharma is not really compared to Himalayas. The dharma is compared to Ganga, or a river which is constantly in motion, which is constantly flowing, which is constantly fresh, constantly new. There's nothing like something stagnant when it comes to matters of dharma. There are few core values, there are certain principles like that of the bed of the river which is ever fixed. But then the waters of this river is constantly flowing. That's why knowledge is compared to river. Ganga, the sacred river of Sanatana Dharma, represents knowledge, jnanam, constantly in flow. The knowledge, the Sanskrit word for knowledge is jnanam. Jnanam. It's constantly in flow. In fact, what happens if water gets stagnated? What happens? Who wants to answer? Huh? Yeah, mosquitoes grow. What else grows in that water if it's stagnated? It starts smelling bad. Why? Because of what? Algae. Because of algae, they start smelling bad. So next to our temple also we have a pond. So, or a lake, we sometimes call it a pond, we also call it as a lake. It's not really lake, it's a small pond. So if you go to that pond, the kids who have been coming for the Gurukulam classes have given it a very nice name. What is the pond's name? Chutney Pond. Why is it called Chutney Pond? Because the water is green. Why is the water green? The water is green because it's stagnant. So mosquitoes grow there, algae grows there, the weeds grow there. You may find all sort of odd things in that pond. Whereas you go to Delaware, you won't experience the same phenomenon. Why? Because the water is in motion, the water is flowing. Similar is religion, dharma. If you try to fixate it, it starts smelling bad. It will have no utility value. Nobody wants it. Because what use of a frozen thought? What use of something which is frozen and which is stinky? The uniqueness of Hindu Sanatana Dharma is that rishis eternally gave us this insight that this dharma is something which is flowing all the time. The moment you try to make it something concrete, solid, with hard boundaries, it starts to give out undesirable things out of it. That's what has happened in few religious traditions, where fundamentalists have put, this is how it is, this is how it should be, this is how it is, this is wrong, this is right, this is wrong, this is wrong. Finally, it has become Chutney Pond. So Hinduism, Hindu Sanatana Dharma is a flow. And tomorrow we will make effort to make new inroads in understanding our very dharma, our very unique way of life, the insights that one can relearn and apply into one's life in order to discover peace and joy in one's own life. So with that, I'll conclude today's satsang, since there are no particular questions as such. So we'll end today. Okay, there's one question coming here. Karthik, ji, please pass the mic to him.
I always had this question. So, religion and spirituality.
Mm-hmm.
So, how interrelated are they? Can we separate one from the other?
Mm-hmm.
Like decouple spirituality from religion and really be truly spiritual? Or is it like rooted in religion or vice versa?
Very nice question. See, this separating religion and spirituality came in from Judeo-Christian faiths or Abrahamic faiths. Why? Because people were fed up with some of the hard structures, but yet they still wanted to retain some of the essential elements of the particular religions. So this is where putting these two categories, separating religion and spirituality, came into vogue. That's the history of those two terminologies, or the very conception of separating the two. When it comes to Hindu Sanatana Dharma, you cannot really put a hard line of this is religion, this is spirituality. It's all intertwined, very beautifully intertwined. So when you understand the whole, every aspect of the religion makes sense. When you superficially analyze, yes, this may seem irrelevant, that may seem odd, something else may seem in a certain way. But then when you approach, you will see the harmony between every ritual, cultural forms, cultural expressions, the philosophical insights which are also there in the whole scheme of things. That way, it's very difficult in Hindu Sanatana Dharma to say this is religion, this is spirituality. But yet, if you want to approach through these categories, spirituality can be said as Adhyatma. The Sanskrit word for spirituality is Adhyatma. The Sanskrit word for religion, in this context, I would translate it as Dharma. Adhyatma, Dharma. Hindu Dharma, Hindu Adhyatma. So what is Adhyatma? Adhyatma is spirituality. This very religion has something to offer to me, which is all about myself. Adhyatma means knowledge concerning myself. So that can be termed as spirituality. Whereas it is also part of the bigger subset. There is nothing where you can separate, this is spirituality, this is religion, this is not religion, this is spirituality. We can't really do in the strict sense, because every religious expression in Hindu Sanatana Dharma comes with a solid spiritual backing, philosophical backing. So that is how it is. Did I answer your question? Okay. In all the satsangs, if you want to add one more question, something I say, I give you an answer and you feel like asking something further, you're welcome to do so. I won't take offense of it. This is a non-judgmental space. I invite you all to be part of this learning space where the focus is to learn, not to think what I will think, what you will think, what others will think. It's all about getting clarity and insight here and now. Yes. We have a question there. If you can stand up so that they can spot you to pass the mic.
So, my kids asked me a question when people said that Hinduism is polytheistic and my belief is it's monotheistic. So I was hoping that you can throw more light on it, because I am not a Guruji, so I expect you to guide us.
Okay. See, unfortunately what has happened is, all these terminologies, polytheistic, monotheistic, have you ever questioned who probably invented all these terminologies? Where from these terminologies are coming from? It's all coming from colonial lens. It's all coming from colonial lens. Certain countries of Europe, Britain, etc., colonized almost all of the world, and they had a particular belief, they had particular faith, they had particular lens, they had a particular way of looking at the world. So they took this lens, somebody's lens is here, I'll use it for example. Say they took that lens and saw, okay, so imagine this as a magnifying glass or a lens. They said, okay, we have one book from the region, from the faith that we come from. We have one book, so everybody should have one book. So they came to India and started seeing which is one book. Array, we are monobookists, they are polybookists. See how silly these categories are? Why do you say that? The whole world should have monotheistic approach to religion. I'll a very nice question. I'll further it in tomorrow's class. But I want you to think with me. Today I won't give the full answer. Probably if it comes, it comes. But let us explore a very important topic. So I am from monobookist religion. So I go to India and ask the question, which is the monobook here? If you don't find one book, then you call them polybookists. Polybookists, monotheist. I come from a religion where there is one God. So theo means God. Greek or Latin? I've forgotten the. Anybody knows? Kids? Any kids learning Greek or Latin? No. Okay. So I have one God. So I come from monotheistic religion. So I go to India and ask, which is their one God? So you name somebody polytheist. Because you are monotheist, somebody becomes polytheist. Monobookist, polybookist. Now extend the categories. That's how everything was named across the world. So I don't have the vision to look at the divinity in a tree. The geography, the faith that I come from doesn't know how to appreciate the divinity in a tree. So I go to India or I go to Sri Lanka or I go to even Africa and say they are pagans, nature worshippers. Wow, isn't worshipping the nature a beautiful thing? The nature is giving us fruit. The nature is giving us flowers. The nature is giving us shade. The forest is giving us fresh air, rain, whatnot. Beautiful looking animals. All of it is coming from nature. Doesn't it make perfect sense to worship such a beautiful forest? Then people who were worshipping these beautiful natural phenomena were termed pagan, as if pagan got a negative connotation in the mainstream language. So this is how we are used to, or the world, the major paradigm in the world is used to looking at everything in the colonial lens. So we have to decolonize ourselves. And the colonization everywhere is so hard is that I'm using the colonizer's language to address to you all, and you all are understanding in the same sense. Suppose I say, Iga ನಾವು ಮಾತಾಡ್ತಿರುವಂಥ ಭಾಷೆ ನಮ್ಮದಲ್ಲ, ನಮಗೆ ಬೇರೆಯವರು ಯಾರೋ ಹೇಳಿಕೊಟ್ರು ಅಂತವ, you will not understand, you are not understanding. Suppose people coming from Karnataka can make sense, otherwise it sounds like, what is this Swamiji speaking? So it's a complex space, yet we have to decolonize ourselves. We must take pride in our identity. take pride. In fact, why pride? Make it natural. Make it natural to be who you are. No need of pride. Make it natural to be who you are. Make it natural to embrace the language that is spoken at home. Make it natural to eat and share the food that we consume. So there is a decolonizing means what? Being proud of oneself? No, decolonizing means making the roots that we come from natural. So that's the intention. We'll discuss more tomorrow when it comes to essence and essentials of Hindu Sanatana Dharma. Okay, we'll end here. Take a moment to close your eyes. You must have all had long journeys and tired physically. Observe and acknowledge if there is tiredness in the body. Make a small wish, prayer about how you want this retreat to be. For next 3 days, you are assured of all your meals, the classes in safe and secure ambience and environment. For next 3 days, you are assured of water, a place to stay, acknowledge this. And let us make a prayer, a wish for the entire world to have an opportunity to be happy like this, to be disease-free, to be healthy. There's so much beauty all around Arsha Vidya Gurukulam. May everyone in the world also have the opportunity to experience beauty. Let us now put out the same intentions through the chanting of this prayer for the entire world, for all plants, animals, and every human being. Those who know this chant, join me. If you do not know the chant, be with me, be with us in spirit. Let us chant together. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. Join me. Om Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha. Sarve santu niramayaha. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu. Ma kaschit dukkha bhag bhavet. Om shanti shanti shantihi. Harihi Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Slowly open your eyes. Bring a gentle smile on your face and look at your neighbor or the person sitting in front of you and pass that beautiful smile to them. Om Tat Sat. So we will meet here again tomorrow at 6:55 a.m. for the meditation. I don't think kids are going to have anything at that time. You wish to join, you can also join. Okay, Hari Om. Otherwise, take a little more nap. Om Tat Sat. Slowly you may exit the premises.